I'm going to be ranking the best cards in NBA 2K23 My Team. We have a tier list here ranking from S that goes all the way down to D tier. And guys, these are going to be like 50 of the best cards in the game, and I'm going to be ranking them on this tier list. So first card on the tier list here is going to be Amethyst DeMarcus Cousins, and I think he's a pretty solid card. But what you guys have to remember is there's so many elite cards on this list that I'm gonna have to put DeMarcus Cousins in B tier. Very solid center. You can definitely still run him and have a lot of success. Looking at the next card here is gonna be Pink Diamond Vince Carter. Well, I do think he is like really elite, but I don't think he's going to be in my S tier because, guys, my S tier is like my top 5 cards in the game. So I think Vince Carter is not a top 5 card in the game, but I will say he is definitely close. Looking at Amethyst Giannis, once again, just like DeMarcus Cousins, a very elite card. I just don't think I can put him higher than A tier, or sorry, higher than B tier into A tier, just because we got 50 of the best cards in the game. Looking at Amethyst Grant Hill, once again, another very solid card. It's going to be hard to be an A tier or S tier because, like I was saying, these are the best cards in the game. For any of the cards that I don't mention in this video, just comment their name in the comment section down below and I'll tell you guys where I do think they rank. Looking at Diamond Lamar Odom, I think he's going to be in A tier. I think he's a little bit better than a guy like Giannis. Looking at Odom here on 2KDB, I just think he's all around a better card than Giannis. He's a power forward, small forward, 6'10" with a 6'11" wingspan. We look at these stats: 83 ball, 86 mid-range, 83 speed. Dude is just well rounded, where Giannis is more of just like a defender, but Giannis very close to Lamar Odom. Our first card that's going to go in C tier, guys, is actually going to be Amethyst Kevin Durant. Me personally, not really the biggest fan of this card. I do think he's very solid, and if you're a C tier on this list, it does not mean you're a bad card at all. So Kevin Durant, very solid, just a little bit lower than some of these guys in B tier. Blake Griffin, this may surprise a lot of people. I think Blake Griffin is a top 5 card in the game. Like, I don't think people understand how good this Pink Diamond Blake really is, especially for the position he plays. He's a power forward center, 6'10" tall with a 6'11" wingspan. You can run him at the center position, he'll be perfectly fine, and he's just super fast, really good at going around the rim for a center, that I think that if you match up against a guy like Sabonis, or if you match up against a guy like, you know, Gobert, he's just going to be able to dog them on the offensive end because the fact that he's so quick in the pick and roll, and he's got a really good jumper that you need to guard him in the pick and pop. So Blake Griffin for me is going to be a top 5 card in the game. Looking at Amethyst Kevin Love, kind of similar to Grant Hill and DeMarcus Cousins, going to be just a very solid card all around. Next card here is going to be Diamond Jalen Duren. I think you could make the argument as an A tier, but I'm going to throw him in high B tier. I think he's probably the best card in B tier right now. Pink Diamond Scottie Pippen, he was available yesterday. Print Parachute got him first, so shout out to Print, my guy, top grinder on Twitch. He got first Scottie Pippen yesterday, so I'm gonna have him on this tier list. Pippen, he might legitimately be the best card in the game. If you guys don't know, this Scottie Pippen has one of the best jump shots, maybe even the best jumper in the game. Small forward, power forward, 6'8" tall with a 7-foot wingspan. We all know Scottie Pippen's gonna be an amazing defender. Like, guys, look at those defensive stats. Kind of weird who is a 65 block, but on the perimeter, he is just gonna lock down every single card in the game. Even has an 81 3 ball, 88 mid-range, 89 speed, 95 driving dunk. Like, this Scottie Pippen has literally no flaws. So Pippen 1000% gonna be in the top, one of the top 5 cards in the game. Next card here on the tier list is gonna be Jordan Poole. Now, guys, this may surprise a lot of people, but he's actually going to be in B tier. You would probably think he's A tier. I'm not the biggest fan of Jordan Poole. I think he's a good card, but I don't think he deserves to be an A tier. Looking at Chris Mullin, this may surprise a lot of people too. I don't think Chris Mullin is that good of a card. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys like Chris Mullin a lot? Me personally, not the biggest fan. I think he's just there to shoot, and I feel like his jumper is a little bit too slow for our sharpshooter. Looking at Pau Gasol, another very solid card. Like, Pau Gasol is a great popper. He's a great big man. He's really cheap. I just think he's got to go in that C tier. He's just a little bit too slow and can't play that good of defense, but once again, he's still in C tier, still a very elite card. Looking at Amethyst Marcus Smart, he's going to go in A tier. I know Smart just came out today, so I haven't really got to use him a lot, or came out yesterday. I haven't really got to use him that much, but he's a point guard shooting guard, 6'4" tall with a 6'8" wingspan. Dude, just like Scottie Pippen, is a lockdown defender on the perimeter, and he's also got a really good jump shot for only having a 78 3. So I think Marcus Smart is probably going to go in that A tier category. Looking at Amethyst John Stockton, another very underrated card, a card that I don't see that many people talking about, but if you know how to use this card, he can be super glitchy. He's a point guard shooting guard, 6'1" tall with a 6'4" wingspan. Obviously not the best, but he's got a really high 3-ball. He's got a great jump shot. It's super easy to green and it's very uncontestable. And then also a great defender on the perimeter, really fast card, 90 ball handle. Overall, I think John Stockton is a very good point guard. Looking at the next pink diamond, our next card here on the tier list is going to be Big Z. He's one of the best centers in the game, so he's definitely got to go in that A tier category. Looking at another very good center, it's going to be Amethyst Tyson Chandler. He's a very underrated card, super cheap, a great budget option, so I'm going to throw him in B tier. Scottie Barnes, very solid card. I mean, he's still very good till this day. I feel like a lot of people aren't talking about him enough. He's still very good on the defensive end and play a lot better than his stats do show. Diamond Ben Wallace, I think another, kind of Jalen Duran, Tyson Chandler type of card. Feel like he can't go into A tier, but going to be probably higher in B tier. Looking at Pink Diamond Kevin McHale, a card that I see literally no one taking and a card I see no one talking about, but he is actually super elite. Center power forward, 6'10" tall with a 7'11" wingspan. That's going to make a massive difference, especially in this game. He's also got an 83 3-ball, 85 mid-range, a great defender all around. So I feel like Kevin McHale is a super good sleeper card and definitely deserves to be an A tier in my opinion. Looking at Diamond Donovan Mitchell, this is going to be probably a little bit biased, but for me personally, he's going to be an S tier. I love this Donovan Mitchell card. He's honestly a top 3 card in the game for me right now. Might be a little bit biased, but I feel like he deserves to at least be an A tier. But for my personal tier list, I'm gonna throw him in S tier. Looking at Pink Diamond, and I was about to say Big Z, Pink Diamond Sabonis, he's very similar to Big Z. I think they both gotta be an A tier. Looking at Diamond Joakim Noah, very similar to Tyson Chandler, Ben Wallace, Jalen Duran, those type of centers. Looking at Rudy Gobert, once again, these guys like right here, like these Tyson Chandlers, Jalen Duran, Rudy Gobert, Joakim Noah, Ben Wallace, are all kind of around the same level, all very good centers. And I feel like there's no way to put one above the other, so I'm gonna just throw all of them in B tier. Looking at Pink Diamond James Worthy, he might go into S tier. Like Worthy is probably really high S tier right now. If you guys don't know, this Worthy card is absolutely insane in game. He is a small forward, power forward, small forward, 6'9" tall with a 7' wingspan. And just look at those stats overall. 83 3-ball, 90 mid-range, 90 speed, great defender, 90 driving dunk. Like James Worthy is probably the best small forward in the game right now, besides obviously Scottie Pippen. Looking at Dominique Wilkins Pink Diamond, he's going to go super high B tier. Very good card. I'm not really the biggest fan of him though, so I'm not going to throw him in A tier. Looking at Diamond Iguodala, this may surprise a lot of people. He's a top 5 card in the game. I just got to go show you guys real quick here on 2KDB. This Iguodala card is an absolute demon. Small forward shooting guard, 6'6" tall with a 6'11" wingspan. And just look at the defense, 95 steal, 95 lateral, 95 perimeter. He's even got an 84 3-ball, 89 speed, 86 ball handle. Like there's literally no flaws with this Iguodala card. So he is 1000% going to be an S tier. I do think he's better than even Pink Diamond Vince. Looking at Amethyst LeBron, another very solid card, gonna go in B tier. Pink Diamond Derrick Rose, for me personally, is probably gonna round off the S tier as my top 5 cards in the game. We all know Derrick Rose, super elite. Diamond Vince Carter, Diamond Zach LaVine, who is very similar to Vince Carter, is gonna go in that A tier category. Looking at Diamond Paolo Banchero, this is honestly one of the best cards in the game. He's going to go very high A tier. Jeremy Shohan, he's going to go somewhere in the middle of B tier. Very solid small forward, good lockdown defender, and one of the most underrated cards in the game right now. Pink Diamond Russell Westbrook, going to be another A tier card. Super elite point guard and very similar to a guy like Derrick Rose. Looking at Diamond Victor Oladipo, I think he's going to be a little bit worse than a guy like Zach LaVine, so I'm going to have to throw him in B tier. Looking at Pink Diamond Kyle Korver, I mean, all he can really do is shoot. I'll still throw him in B tier, at least high B tier. But if the only thing you can do is really shoot, I can't put you that high on my tier list. Looking at Diamond AK, I think for the purpose he does serve, I think I'm going to throw him in A tier because he's probably the best lockdown defender in the game besides Scottie Pippen. Scottie Pippen's kind of like an outlier because he literally just came out today and he's the level 40. But AK, other than that, is probably the next next best lockdown defender in the game. Looking at Pink Diamond, Jermaine O'Neal, gonna 1000% be an A tier, great power forward, great stretch big, and is very, very fast for a power forward. Pink Diamond, Steph Curry, he is gonna be on the verge of S tier. Like, this Curry card, if you know how to use him properly, you could argue is definitely better than Mitchell, definitely better than Derrick Rose. But for me personally, in my play style, I'm gonna have to put Rose and D-Mitch a little bit ahead of him. But we all know Steph Curry, the best 300 in the game. Looking at the next Pink Diamond here is gonna be Pink Diamond Dikembe Mutombo. Surprisingly enough, guys, I'm going to put him in B tier. Yes, he's a great defender. He's going to be one of the better center defenders in the game, but he doesn't have a 3-ball. So for me personally, I like to have 3 balls on my center. Looking at Pink Diamond Gordon Hayward, another really good sleeper card. He is definitely going to go in that A tier category. Just a very well-rounded small forward in the game. Pink Diamond Hondo, gonna go in B tier. Really not the biggest fan of this card. Doesn't really do anything that special, but he's a Pink Diamond, so I think he's still got to go in B tier. Amethyst Julius Randle, D tier. Just don't like the card personally. Maybe you guys do, but for me, not the biggest fan of this card. Pink Diamond Richard Jefferson, very elite shooting guard, gonna go in A tier. Pink Diamond Zion Williamson, he's gonna go in A tier. He's a lot better than I thought he'd be. He's a very well-rounded card. Zion gonna go in A tier. And then to round off the tier list is gonna be Ruby John Morant, who I'm also gonna throw probably in that B tier category. So guys, that's gonna be my tier list. Let me know in the comment section down below. What do you guys think about it? Let me know what you guys would change. But hopefully you guys did enjoy the video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.